Well, the game was developed by Probe Entertainment and Eden Entertainment Software. Published in North America, Europe and Japan by Arena Entertainment, Acclaim Entertainment, LGN and Virgin Interactive. It's sort of half based on the film Alien 3. I have to say half based and not based because, well, it's set on the prison planet from the film. Ripley's shaved bald, but then there are a lot of differences between the game and the film. In the film there is basically one alien, no one has any weapons, and in this game this is completely altered. Ripley, the main character, basically has all the guns from the previous film in the franchise Aliens, and there's a never-ending amount of xenomorphs. I guess it is easy to see why they did this. After all, a game where you spend your whole time running away from one super powerful creature with nothing much to defend yourself sounds a lot harder to get right than a game where you spray lead at a never-ending assortment of alien scum. In fact, it looks like it has taken until now, almost 21 years later, for someone to have a crack at a game which is based around the idea of being stalked by one single alien from the Aliens films. I'm of course talking about the Creative Assembly game Alien Isolation, which delivers exactly that kind of experience. And they've done a fantastic job of that. They also made DLC based on the original movie Alien. And maybe with its similar one alien killing people setup, they might one day make Alien 3 DLC, or a sequel featuring it. Maybe a game that would have followed the Alien 3 film more correctly and still be good and not cost a fortune in research and development just simply wasn't possible back in the 16-bit era. Still, I digress. Graphically, the game is pretty good for the time. The Ripley sprite is large and for the most part, it's not bad at all. The clothes look right, the basic shape is right, but maybe it's just me, but there's something almost alien about her neck. And the lack of facial features makes her look a little like Voldemort from Harry Potter. There are lots of cool little touches though, like how her gun swings by her side as she's climbing the monkey bars, so I guess maybe I'm being a bit harsh. The backgrounds are multi-layered for that 3D style look. They're also very detailed. The backgrounds are overly used though, with 5 or 6 being repeated again and again and again. Add to that there are bits of scenery in the foreground that you can't see through. Sometimes there can be aliens behind these, and this means that you need to either run the risk of being harmed or shoot just in case, which wastes your sometimes limited ammo. There's not a lot in the way of sounds, but what there is good. The gunfire sounds great, and so do the screams of the aliens you kill. The game has pretty darn good presentation. It has a nice opening, and I also have to tip my hat to the bits where you log into a computer. They do a pretty good job of making you feel like your character is actually using a real computer in the game's universe. And the game over failure screen is also suitably awesome. What about the gameplay though? Well, I find the game enjoyable in small bits, but I definitely don't think it's a classic or anything. The controls are very good, and everything works just as it should, which you would think would make this a good game, but sadly there are other issues with the gameplay. I think one of the things that the game is lacking is that it needs a more detailed map you can easily bring up. Yes, there's a mini-map radar sort of thing which lets you know when something is approaching you, but this is more to help you keep from getting hit and doesn't really help you get around easily. I think what the game really needs more than anything though is a bit more variety. Everything looks the same, you're always killing the same things, mostly in places that look the same. The game is very time consuming and can at times be very difficult. It's easy to get lost, and some of the missions seem more complex than they need to be. There are a few alien bosses here and there, but they aren't too hard. The problem is it all starts to feel a bit like a chore at times, which is not how a game should feel. I think that the maze-like quality of the game, coupled with the mission structure, just didn't quite work in total honesty. I think it would have been better to have strayed even further from the film and offered up something a little more arcade-like. Something a bit like Konami's Aliens arcade machine that came out in 1990, I think. It was primarily a side-scrolling shooter, but also had third-person rail shooter parts. Yes, that game possibly sodded the source material even more by introducing blue zombies and other things to the game, but sometimes you just have to say, to hell with the plot, let's roll out the fun, boys. All in all, Alien 3 is pretty much an average game, so I feel I should give it 5 out of 10 and simply say that it's not really worth bothering with unless you're a die-hard SNES collector and want every cart you can get, or you're a die-hard fan of the Alien film series and all its spin-off media. If you're more of a casual fan of the Aliens universe and you want a good, fun, retro Alien-related game, I recommend you get Alien Trilogy on the PS1. It's a first-person Doom-style shooter, but it's brilliant. It's fun, fast, and wrapped in movie sounds and neat touches. I strongly recommend it. If you do decide you need to own Alien 3, then there are plenty of PAL carts of it about online for around the £8 to £10 range, with box copies starting at £15 and up. There are several complete copies of Alien Trilogy on eBay though, for as little as £5 including postage. So if you own a PlayStation and want something a little retro, I'd go for that instead for your Aliens retro fix. Oh, and if you have a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, then seriously give Alien Isolation a try, as it's an excellent game and can now be found for very little money. Okay, thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real fruity shit now, man.
You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now?